Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. This is your t-shirted historian with another unboxing video for you. Today we are looking at Macuahuitl Whitebox Roleplaying in the Aztec Empire by the Basic Expert. This is the drive-through RPG print-on-demand version, and then this is my actual copy from the Kickstarter. As you can see, it's never been opened. We're going to do that for you now. Do a little compare and contrast between how the print version came out versus how the print-on-demand copy came out. And I've had the print-on-demand copy for a while, and it looks pretty decent actually. Basic Expert's layout and everything translated very well. And as good as it looks on print-on-demand, I am betting the printed version looks better. There we go. We got them both. And this is an embossed cover. And this is not an embossed cover, but oddly enough, I do feel a little bit of texture from the printing on it. As you can see, it doesn't have the... Well, it does have the owl down here at the bottom in color. Let's take a look at the POD first. About a finger, well, it's less than a finger length. It's a little bitty book, but it's very good. This is regular bound. This is, as you can see, it's cloth bound. You can see there's a bookmark in that one. There's obviously not one in this. Even the print-on-demand version looks really good. You know, it's very clean layout. Colors came out looking good. The only problem is you will kind of have to bend the book out a little bit to see more of that. That bothers me because stuff like that contributes to spine breakage. So you'll have to be careful with it, or you'll have to be willing to break the spine on your book. But it is a complete game. It is, it's a design from Whitebox, so it's designed to be like the original D&D. It's got great artwork. It has a ton of really good history in it. This was very meticulously researched by my friend, the Basic Expert. And for what it is the most complete version of this kind of thing that you could buy. Somebody actually said that they could use it as a historical reference. And I think that's quite a claim. As a historian, of course, I think stuff like this is extra bonus points awesome. And one of the nice things is that he includes I forgot the name of the language, but the Aztec language name of all the creatures where he could. Nahuatl. Nahuatl is the language. Yeah, my brain was kind of misfiring there. And it's great. If you didn't get the Kickstarter version, or you can't get the Kickstarter version, as you can see, the POD version looks really good. We've got an index. So, of course, that's going to make big time happy for me. And here's all the backers. I'm sure I'm in there somewhere. Oh, look, there's Eric Tenkar down there. Two old guys. I've never actually looked for my name on this. There's Mildred the Monk. Rob Necronomicon. A lot of names here I know. Mildred the Monk got in here twice. There's Ironcaster. Maybe I'm on the next page or so. Yep, there I am. The T-shirted historian. Like I've always said on this channel, we back our friends' stuff. That's the POD version. Looks pretty good. Let's get to the one you really wanted to see. Artwork is really sweet. Pages are nice. They're not too heavy. Kind of see through them a little bit. Got lots of great material in here. We have, this is part of your character's creation system. What sign they're born under can give them certain abilities. All the different classes. We have the Eagle Warriors, the Jaguar Warriors, the Merchant class, the Nahuali, which is their spiritual leader, their priest types. All these different missile weapons and things, all really lovingly illustrated. Spells, yeah, we got a little bit of gruesome depictions of things in here because, Aztec society was pretty brutal. We know that they sacrificed a lot of people every single day in order that the sun would come up. We have a lot of new spells in here, a A lot of them are flavored in such a way as to add to the campaign. I truly believe that if you started playing this and you used all the terminology and everything, your players would get into it pretty easily. And what's cool is, there's not a lot of games out there that are OSR based or D&D based that are not fantasy European settings. So this is a completely different take. It's very original. You have tips here on how to engage with the setting. You have all of the history, links to where you can find certain things if you need to, different gods. There were a lot of them. 13 Heavens, Aztec society, their social classes, how women were viewed, their culture, their campaigns and armies, and how they were in the field, timeline of events, the list of the emperors, their enemies, our maps of Mexico and the Empire, and of course you get your actual hexes. They're actually pretty well detailed. So yeah, it does have a bookmark, which I love bookmarks. I just do. I don't know why. I mean, I think it's so handy because, if you got to look up information constantly, having a bookmark in that spot helps immensely get there quicker. And here's how our herbalism and medicine works. I remember watching on stream him working on this one. And of course, yeah, again, here's the monsters and things. It's really good. As you can see, stat blocks have ascending and descending armor classes for whatever system you want to use. Of course, we have the hit dice, the attacks, specials, movements, saving throws, number appearing, status points. Because this system doesn't use XP in the same way, or XP at least is referred to as status points, because what was important for you as an Aztec is your status in society and how you the things that you did to gain status. Alignment is lawful. The only thing that isn't in this is they don't have morale, which would have been a little bit helpful, because morale checks for creatures and people are always useful. If your monster's getting the snot beaten out of it, at what point is it going to decide to turn tail and run? But I guess you'll just have to use your brains on that one as a GM and just kind of figure, hey, if the monster's getting beaten up too bad, it's probably going to run. And that's okay. I mean, the stat blocks do what they're supposed to do. They give you a nice chunk of how the monster is going to act, what it's all about. Some of them are really quite scary, even if they are just using kind of the simplified Aztec illustrations. They convey how terrifying some of these things are. I mean, like, pull back. I mean, like, look at this thing. Would you want to mess with this? I wouldn't. Undead warriors. Here's the actual treasures. And it does have a different kind of a treasure because, Aztec culture didn't necessarily value the same things that Western culture did. Here we have a appendix for our sacred calendar. These are all the appendixes. Here's your resources for books that you can look up and sources that you can look up. Here's a glossary, which is awesome. You're going to need this. A lot of unfamiliar words. Like I said, there's an index. And there's all the backer pages. And there I am again. That's me. So, wow. This is pretty awesome. Like I said, I'd had a look at this because I got this well in advance of this. But seeing the two books side by side, it's really cool because I can keep this one for me to use exclusively, and I can keep this one and hand that to my players to use and hopefully not tear up. But if it happens, that's what it's there for. It's like they've already figured out a long time ago. The DM is the one who incurs most of the costs anyway. And if you want to keep your nice looking Kickstarter edition in a nice pristine way, you be the one to handle it. Let your players handle the POD copy. Pretty sharp stuff. We've interviewed the basic expert on this book while he was writing it. And I was expecting good things from it. I got good things from it. I'm not sure when I'll get this to the table. I've got a lot of other books ahead of it. But the nice thing is, since it is OSR for the most part, Whitebox, you could very easily pull things from these books and drop them into your campaigns quite easily. Say, for example, you had adventurers, characters that showed up in a place where they had a culture that is like this. You could build characters, like jaguar warriors, eagle warriors, to join the party, or or perhaps they could encounter some of the creatures out of here, or they could acquire the weapons from here, or build the weapons from here. Not a terribly expensive book, really nice, nicely illustrated, very clean, very knowledgeable stuff. We'll have a link for this in the video description. This has been your T-shirted historian. Thank you very much for hanging out with us today, and I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I hope you enjoyed looking at this book. I hope you'll go out and buy one. So thank you very much for tuning in. Take care and catch us on The Week in Geek.